Mentoring and Networking, the VIRWC model. The Victorian Immigrant and Refugee Women's Coalition is the peak body representing migrant and refugee women's organizations in the state of Victoria in Australia. The coalition provides representation, capacity building support, and advice for a range of organizations whose priority is the development and support of immigrant and refugee women. The core of our work is empowering immigrant and refugee women so that they can be effective leaders in their chosen fields and communities. According to the 2006 ABS census, there are more than 800,000 immigrant and refugee women in Australia between the ages of 18 to 17 years old. In Victoria alone, there are at least 200,000 immigrant and refugee women between the ages of 18 and 65.
When Melba asked me to be the patron, I thought it was just so important. We've got to have a network that was basically concentrating on finding out the needs of migrant women and advocating for those women. No other women's organisation specifically does that, and I think it is crucial to have that voice very clearly put.
It is with local grassroots women who face the daily exchanges of supporting families and forging futures that we do most of our work. Our model of organizing and supporting women is unique because we spend communicating with them and finding ways to solve their issues by referring them to services, providing practical advice, offering training programs, mentoring them directly, linking them to education and training pathways, and linking them to job opportunities. While it has come a long way, the service system in Australia is still evolving in its capacity to meet the needs of diverse women in the community, and we provide invaluable feedback and support on these issues.
I could not express myself how grateful I am for Coalition for the remarkable job. Awesome. It has a wonderful, I would say, image for our women, especially it serves to all women in our community, and it's not just one basic group. So, which is why Coalition is not just for refugee. In terms of refugee and Coalition has terms for all migrant women that came to Australia.
Mentoring has always been a necessary part of our work. Many newly arrived women have found their grounding through the Women's Coalition. Not only do they get practical ideas on how to survive in their new country, but they are exposed to other women leaders who have been generous in passing on relevant knowledge, skills, and networks. While mentoring is anecdotally a necessary part of women's survival, and certainly those of immigrant and refugee women, Australian women's mentoring experience is not well documented, researched, and evaluated. Much of the mentoring work we do at the Women's Coalition is informal and uses a lot of role modeling because we have been applying a woman-to-woman model. The goal of Victorian Women's Link is to connect or link women at the local community level so they can become a strong network. We believe that strong and harmonious communities will evolve from strong women's networks because in reality, women are the true gatekeepers of communities.
The organisation is just giving women a voice. They're also empowering women. And I've just learnt so much from this course. I think that every woman, no matter what background, should actually do this course and actually join Human Women's Link. Just do what you can do, how much time you can spend, doesn't matter. Do it, and you'll gain so much benefit out of it. It's just fantastic.
We pioneered the development of a women's leadership course module in 2003 that was delivered to 29 migrant and refugee women. Since then, we have delivered the module and variations of it to various groups in partnership with local councils and other organizations.
The thing I learned from women from leadership, I learned to look after my group, my dancing group, and I become a good leader to lead my people, the one I would lead them. In my group was 26 people, and I learned how to meet with them.
Our Women's Leadership course is based on a holistic framework that is guided by the principles of community empowerment, community leadership, active citizenship, and local governance. Our Women's Leadership courses are tailored to the needs of women from small and emerging communities, as well as developing and established communities. We train up immigrant refugee women in leadership and organizational management. We deliver basic, advanced, and specialist courses. Example of specialist courses would be leadership training for women to become local councillors, or a leadership course to skill up aging women from new and emerging communities in lobbying and advocacy.
I have hopes. I had no idea before, but by having this course, I got to know much better about this organization, and I have hopes in the future that I'll be guided and supported by this organization. I have trust in it.
I felt empowered, as a woman, that I do have a voice and can, project my opinions or issues I want to, to do with a group and form a group to be more effective. So, in other words, we feel like, yes, we can take on the world if we put our sources together.
Well, the presentation of the training course was excellent and very informative, and the group activities that was done really empowers that information is knowledge.
We mentor women in public speaking, writing funding submissions, speaking and writing through the media, dealing with the politics in their local ethnic organizations, running advocacy campaigns, speaking up on their committees, and accessing the services to which they are entitled.
One of the most memorable experiences as a patron of the Coalition was the series of speakers that the Coalition brought together at the Queen Victoria Women's Centre of migrant women who'd been successful, and they talked about their business experience, their political experience, and I think it's just so important to share those stories and build women's confidence and their feeling that they have the power to act.
We believe the arts are a powerful medium for immigrant and refugee women to have a voice. Because a lack of English can prevent women from saying what they feel, we have developed projects that use music, creative drama, visual arts, and film. We have mentored women who have demonstrated their active presence in their local communities, at conferences, forums, and consultations. Through our members, immigrant and refugee issues have been brought to the public arena. Through our members, we engage politically with governments and non-government organizations.
I think the best part of the Coalition is when it's working on a campaign, and I think that any campaign that they've taken on with enormous passion, and so that's what I think that is one of the main reasons why the Victorian Immigrant and Refugee Women's Coalition has been around for so long.
We believe that an essential part of empowering women is recognizing and valuing their talents, skills, and wisdom. Crucial to this process is mentoring women to recognize and value other women's talents, skills, and wisdom. We advise them not to fall into the trap of competition and to think more positively about working together with others and bringing the best out of everyone to achieve a collective best.